Creating a new quest is fairly simple and straightforward, but with everything in Game On, you can always dive a bit deeper. Notice that I have 2590 experience points, and I have 115 out of 315 on the level I'm on. When I encounter the quest, I get some XP. Now I'm up to 120. You notice the XP has calculated itself. The rewards are spelled out. This is a 3-stage quest. By default, quests are 4 stages. I've added a quest giver and a little visual information on what the students will be creating. They accept the quest. More XP pops in. This is a link out to YouTube. If I click this, it's just going to take me out to a YouTube playlist. And then there's a checklist that, what's required. And the students self-assess and click through this. If they were to select fewer than all the checkboxes and submitted, it would prompt them to, not to lie, you set up a code of honor in the room. And there's also wonderful admin tools to bust ne'er-do-wells. And when we complete the quest, we get a little additional, more XP and points. And notice that I'm being addressed as boss, and boss just happens to be my handle in this game. Every player is addressed by name. If you are not logged in, you're addressed as visitor, and you won't see things like those checkboxes. And yes, if you weren't honest about that, you would undo and redo the quest. And I'll just show you one more example here. We've already seen linking to external videos, but you can also add videos that play right in a Lightbox. And I'll show you how to do that. It's very simple and straightforward, doesn't require any additional software. But here, when we complete the quest, notice that there's a prompt for a URL in order to master this quest. In the instructions, there's going to be a requirement to upload something. So without a URL, if you try to master the quest, you are prompted to enter a valid URL. And there are all kinds of back-end tools where this information is tracked. You can check it, they can check it, but meanwhile, just so you know, and there's so much more you could do, but we'll just create a very simple quest. New quest. And I'm not going to add anything other than, say, Q1 for a title. And then by default, there are 4 stages. We can turn this into a 3-stage quest by clicking that button, and the 4th stage disappears. Or conversely, a 5-stage repeatable quest by clicking this button. And we'll get into all that. There are points that are associated with this. I'm just going to add a 1, 2, 3, and 4 so that we can publish this. And notice I have no XP whatsoever. So when we view this, and this simulates the student clicking a link in order to get to this quest, and this page looks different than mine because this is the default WordPress 2015 theme, and I now have 5 points. You notice 5 XP, and we've gone on to the 2nd stage, the 3rd, and the 4th. If this were a quest chain, a link would appear here that would take a student automatically, provide a link to that next quest, and we'll get into all that. But it's as simple as that. That little bit of XP and gold that does not play into grades. I urge you not to tie this to grades. It stays an intrinsic motivator, has nothing to do with grades, makes accessing the curriculum more fun and engaging. And if you don't like games, it's completely transparent. It's not in your way. You don't have to pay attention to it. But here on the stats page, I mentioned back-end tools. Well, here is a 4-stage quest that I have completed. And just letting you know that as you move through the curriculum, we'll jump back out here, the stats page, and I've had to reset mine. This is a link that's required that was not submitted. This is a link that was submitted. And if I click on that, it'll take me out to the link. These are admin tools that are provided to back a student up or move them forward depending upon what you believe is right or wrong. So there is so much depth and breadth left unsaid about Game On. But that's how simple it is to create a quest.